The footage was never meant to be examined closely. It was recorded by a single security camera installed in a small administrative building on the outskirts of Brno, in the Czech Republic. The building housed several local offices and storage rooms. It had no history of criminal activity, no reported incidents, and nothing that would normally justify detailed surveillance review. The camera monitored one specific room overnight, a windowless space used occasionally for paperwork and storage. The layout was simple and unchanged for years. A desk, 2 chairs, a metal filing cabinet, and one ceiling-mounted fluorescent light fixed permanently in place. The light was controlled by a timer and remained stable throughout the night. On February 2nd, 2018, at exactly 11:43 p.m., the camera recorded an anomaly that defied basic physical explanation. At that time, a night janitor entered the room as part of his routine inspection. His name was later confirmed as Pavel Novak, a building employee who had worked there for over 6 years. He entered calmly, carrying a clipboard, and walked toward the filing cabinet to check inventory tags. As Pavel moved forward, something went wrong. His shadow did not behave as it should have. Instead of falling behind him in a predictable direction, the shadow stretched away from his movement, sliding across the floor toward the far wall. The light source above him remained completely fixed. There were no flickers, no shifts in brightness, and no secondary reflections. Pavel took another step. His body moved forward. His shadow moved backward. The effect was subtle but unmistakable. The shadow did not simply lag behind due to motion blur. It actively drifted in the opposite direction, climbing slowly up the wall as Pavel approached the cabinet. Pavel did not react. He appeared unaware of what was happening behind him. When he bent down to open a lower drawer, the discrepancy became more pronounced. His torso leaned forward, but his shadow leaned away, stretching upward and sideways, as if responding to a light source that did not exist. According to every known rule of optics, this should not have been possible. With a fixed light source, shadows behave predictably. They scale, rotate, and shorten or lengthen based on distance and angle. They do not resist movement. They do not detach. And they do not move independently. After less than a minute, Pavel closed the drawer and exited the room. The ceiling light remained on. The room was empty again. But the shadow did not immediately return to its normal position. For several seconds after Pavel left, the shadow lingered on the wall, slowly retracting back toward where it should have been, as if delayed or reluctant to follow. The footage was reviewed the following morning by a security supervisor during a routine system check. At first, he assumed a camera malfunction. Compression artifacts and lens distortions can sometimes produce visual anomalies, but further inspection showed no such issues. The timestamp was continuous. There were no drop frames. The camera had not shifted. The supervisor reviewed the rest of the night's footage. Nothing else appeared abnormal. Concerned, the building's management requested a technical inspection. Electricians confirmed that the ceiling light was wired directly to a stable power line with no dimming or fluctuation. There were no reflective surfaces capable of producing secondary shadows. The room had no windows, mirrors, or glass panels. To determine whether the incident was isolated, security staff reviewed archived footage. That decision uncovered something far more unsettling. The same anomaly had occurred multiple times before. In at least 4 earlier recordings, different individuals entered the room under identical lighting conditions. In each case, their shadows behaved incorrectly. Sometimes the shadow moved sideways while the person walked straight. In one instance, the shadow appeared to stretch vertically before snapping back into place. In another, the shadow briefly split into 2 overlapping shapes before merging again. In all cases, the ceiling light remained fixed. The incident spanned several months. Management contacted a local university's physics department and provided the footage for analysis. Multiple professors reviewed the recordings frame by frame. Their conclusions were cautious but consistent. The shadows did not align with any known interaction between fixed lighting, human movement, and camera perspective. Several hypotheses were proposed. One suggested a rare optical illusion caused by lens distortion combined with subtle camera vibration. Another proposed minute oscillations in the light fixture imperceptible to the naked eye. Both explanations were tested. The camera was stabilized. The light fixture was secured. Controlled movements were performed. The anomaly persisted. During one final test, a volunteer stood in the room under identical conditions. As he took a single step forward, his shadow hesitated. For 3 frames, the shadow remained where it had been, while the person had already moved. Then it abruptly snapped into alignment. The experiment was terminated immediately. The incident was officially classified as an environmental visual anomaly. The camera was replaced. The lighting system was rewired. The room was reassigned for storage and remains in use during night hours. No public explanation was released. The original footage still circulates among researchers and anomaly analysts. It has never been conclusively debunked, because if the shadows were not responding to light, then they were responding to something else, something inside the room, something that did not move the same way people do.